Today we're rating AI-generated cards. Will it danger? Will chaos ensue? Will they even be doable? Let's find out today. All right, we're starting off with the Sprite Rager. Sounds like some sort of online gamer to me. We got a red 1 generic 2/2 human warrior with cumulative upkeep. Gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. That accumulates. All right, attention everyone. The AI now knows cumulative upkeep exists. They don't know what it's for or why it's there, but they know it exists. So what, like, cumulative upkeep. So next turn it's a 5/2, then a, 5/2, 8/2, 11, like it just keeps going up. Unfortunately, it doesn't, there's no double, triple, or quadruple strike. So the first strike doesn't stack. Is it even fair? Probably not. And the first strike is until end of turn, so actually it will, it will get the plus, it'll keep going plus like that. It might actually be a somewhat fair card, so it's strong on the attack, but it's garbage on defense, because it's just going to be a grizzly bear on my opponent's turn. It almost might be real. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a really good control win condition after your opponent has done that. And it's super vulnerable. I mean, it doesn't have, like, hexproof or something. I might give this a pass. This is the most outrageous card that actually might be playable. It's quite doable. Maybe either it's Zybers or it's bannable. Alright, moving on. Next up, we got the Elvish Chorus. Now, some elves are in the black. Alright, Golgari elves is a real thing. Oh, and this is a tree folk. Once again, the AI mixing up the name and the creature type. Well, maybe not, actually. Maybe you can have an Elvish Chorus in the forest. So, maybe it's okay. So we have black, 3 generic, 5/5 tree folk. Creature tokens you control have, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, sack it and create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Creature tokens you control. You gotta sack your token, then you make a token. So basically, they just don't die. I mean, they die, but they keep coming back. You can, hey, attack me all day long. They just come back as a 2/2 zombie. And then the zombie goes away and comes back as a 2/2 zombie. You can never keep the zombies down. It looks like a real card. This creature, creature tokens you have, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability. Yeah, it's great. So, not really. It's not pseudo hexproof because if there's any auras on it, they'll fall off. So anything on top of that creature will go straight to the graveyard. That ain't coming back, but the the creature virtually will. Very flavorful. Our creature tokens, if they die, they should come back as zombies. What it has to do with the elves, I have no idea. But Elvish Course, wrong name. Well, whatever. And we got Lack Endure. We have white 2 generic with a bunch of words. We got a novel. It's an enchantment. Pays 0. Discard your hand for each loyalty Pegasus creature counter on Jack Endure. Then each player exiles half the mana of any number of cards in that player's hand, then draws 2 cards. And it's got Spell Mastery. That wasn't enough. If there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, you may cast... They actually got that right? Is that how Spell Mastery works? You may cast Jack Endure as though it had Flash. If no counters creates that spell, go to each loyalty Pegasus creature counter on it. Then enchanted creature can't attack or block. Oh, it is an enchantment. I totally forgot about that. Thought this was a creature the entire time. Pay 6, exile target player's graveyard. Not bad! And then when there are 1 or more counters among artifacts, all creatures that creature and opponent controls enters the battlefield tapped. Anyway, that is, some of it makes sense, a lot of it doesn't. And for that, chaos ensues. I would vote deeply on this card. Bury it, keep it in the ground. Does not Zyber with me. Yeah, 3 hours later. Indulgent Vitamins. Not vitamins, it's the Vitamins. We got a bottle here. Who's manufacturing this stuff? Mishra, Urza? One of those factories out there. It's a red instant. Choose target creature you control and target legendary permanent. That player loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Does this even work? Choose target creature you control and target legendary permanent. That player loses. So I guess... But isn't that permanent mine? So I'm going to lose 3 life and gain 3 life? This just goes nowhere. It's completely pointless. Or does it go deeper? Who loses that 3 life? Did I really lose 3 life at all if I gained it back immediately? Anyway. I think it's a bit dumb, stupid card. I don't know if it does anything. Okay, Hatchling of the Ancient. Blue 2 generic sorcery. Hatchling of the Ancient deals 6 damage to target player or planeswalker. It's a hefty amount of damage for a blue spell. Blue Burn is going to be back. If it's your turn, you may draw a card. What the hell's going on here? If you do, search your library for a dragon card, reveal and print hand as well. What? Okay, this is it's quite the egg. We're getting flashback of that rock egg thing that used to be broken. So 3 mana, blast summon for 6 damage, draw a card, and tutor for a dragon. Those dragons be dangerous. And it's just the egg, by the way. You know, the dragon doesn't go onto the battlefield. It actually has some flavor. I mean, I don't know why you deal 6 damage. Was it the egg that just fell on your head or something? I mean, dragon egg's gonna be big. And it looks like a boulder. Yeah, Modern Horizons 22 preview. Toilet Duck is the dragon player here, says Zybers. Seems legit and in blue. Seems a bit... Flavor is on point, though. Flavor on point. Casting cost... Absolutely not. That is too strong. Of return to places is unwiss off, unlose for your free true nomad. They think of the favor that to the cath. Wise words. All right, anyway, moving on. We've got the Tedum's Hole. Hole as in the whole thing. 100%. Red, black, 2 generic, 4/6 insect. Players may choose not to gain 1 life. I don't know where that would be useful. I mean, it's a playable card, sure. Also, it's a decent stats. I mean, that's a pretty good limited card. 4 mana, 4/6 creature. This end walking every way or bow over knowledge. But I want to gain 1 life. Yeah, but what if we don't want to gain 1 life? What if gaining life will kill us? Like that, what was that card that we saw? Is that a real card? You double your life? Or was that a custom card? You double your life, and then when you reach a certain life total, you die. Something that effect. Looks like a giant sand centipede. Probably is. It is an insect. Those big things in the desert, the desert at danger. Don't go to the desert. I don't go to the desert for that reason. Oh wait, aren't there enchantments that make you not want life? Maybe. But they may not choose to gain 2 life. Yeah, if you gain 2 life, I think you're screwed. You have to gain at least 1 life. Players may choose not to gain 1 life. Pass! Real, actual card. I don't know who would use it, but it's real. Resplendent Spirit. 5/5 elemental. With no casting cost. Flying Trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a permanent. This looks real. This looks like a card that you have to cheat into play. And it has a big... Even if you cheated in play with the Ether Vial, you could do a turn 1 Ether Vial tap, put this thing into play. With the Cascade spell. Oh, that blue enchantment. Can't remember. As foretold. If you cheated in play, your permanents are ticking. Like, you go turn 1 Vial, Resplendent Spirit, then you probably have to sack your Vial or sack your land that you put into play. Blast Offer says, very much Zybers. This does work. Tough to use early game. Better later on. Yeah. It might even be good early game versus some decks. Like, you're up against, I don't want to say a control deck. I'm not sure what this would be the best against. Maybe a burn deck? Like, that's a lot of damage. Attack for 5. Attack for 5. Attack for 5. Adira says print it. This might be the... I think we have disqualified every 0 mana value creature up to this point. But that almost looks like a real card because the downside is just so hefty. Sack a permanent every turn. If you can't cast spells, I mean, soon the land goes, and soon this thing goes, and then you're dead. If your permanent bounces or destroys whatever else you have in play, I mean, the clock is ticking on this. And you can still... Well, it's hard to chump block this thing. There aren't that many flyers. And then if you fly, you're usually a pathetic puny. How does this thing even fly? It just looks like it has super reach. Eon Hub. Get those Bloodbraid Elves. We need more, more stuff in play. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a pass. This is a pretty cool card. I'd love to see how this works in competitive Magic. We got the Spowler's Scorn, a blue 3 generic instant. When Spowler's Scorn enters the battlefield, destroy up to one target opponent, and you draw a card for 4 mana. Okay, the problem is getting this thing onto the battlefield. That is... how do we do that? So you basically have to reanimate an instant? Does that even exist? Can you... Because for right now, it's just 4 mana, draw a card. But you have to somehow get this instant to enter the battlefield. Good thing instants can't enter the battlefield. Or can they? Isn't there like an enchant instant card? Oh, no, there is an enchant instant card, but it only lets you play the card from the graveyard, and then it goes into exile. I have no idea how you get this thing in play. Pulls out Glock. I destroy opponents. Says the Spowler's Scorn. What is going on here? This looks like some sort of 2007 YouTube video between a rap battle of 2, I don't know, wizards going at it over each other. Animate spell, manifest. But manifest, you don't know what that card is. Does it count when you play it? I don't know. If there's some way to reanimate this thing, then like, congratulations. I mean, you comboed off. Maybe it's a fair card. Because you can't win by itself. It's not gonna cut it. I also think this is a fair card. So if you can somehow get this thing onto the battlefield, like animate it into a creature, I don't know if such card exists, then it's fine. Manifest is transformed. Manifest doesn't work for this. Alright, Manifest also doesn't work. Okay, animate spell is a mystery booster test card. Well, there we go. The animate spell might be the combo with the Spowler's Scorn. Brawler Champion. We got a blue-green 1 generic 1/3 Torbarian. Flying. Whenever an opponent becomes the target of a spell or ability, you may pay 1. If you do, you gain 6 life. That's totally fair. You like life? You like getting targeted? Well, then that's great, because I'm going to benefit. That's a huge chunk of life. Who wouldn't want 6 life? Then you have to ask yourself, am I going to pay the 1? Am I going to pay the 1? Am I going to pay the 1? You are put on your life or both the sound around it and leave the first who broke them. Sure. That's right. Dizzy Blizzy with the super chat. Some of those AI basics look nice. All the AI basics look nice. They're really good. The AI is pretty good at art. That was one thing that was not on the bingo card of humanity that AI would be good at. Trip Tatum, the $10 super chat. You rock, Nikachu. Quick question. I hear and see everyone talking about Zybers. What does this mean? Or is it just another way of saying something is good synergy? It's something that is cool, that has like it vibes with you. You like it. Zyber's a reference to one of the earlier AI generated streams where Zyber is a new creature type that the AI made up. And it was very interesting. And then it turned into a planeswalker. So, for the life game players, this card might Zyber. Anyway, it's totally fair. It gets a super pass. So far, a lot of these cards are well designed, even though some of them are a little bizarre. The Soldus Rangi. It's a blue, white 2 generic instant. Choose 2 target creatures or planeswalkers with mana value of those cards. I'm guessing the same mana value. That's how I'm interpreting this. Distribute 4 lands types in the chosen players, each untap them. Damn. You had us in the first half, but not the second half. That's too bad. Nivelle, thank you so much for your super chat. Hello, first time here. Greetings from Brazil. Welcome, Brazil. Love the Brazilians. Huge Magic community out there in Brazil. AI is feeling quite Zyber today. It's true. Certified AI had a stroke moment. Yeah, I was like, all right, we did so far so good. Now let's spice it up. The Night Speaker Kavu got a red 1/1 Ogre Warrior. Night Speaker Kavu enters the battlefield under the control of another target creature you control. What? Didn't catch that the first time. Night Speaker Kavu enters the battlefield under the control of another target creature you control. Okay, so it actually didn't make sense. You can't enter the battlefield under another creature. It's like, okay, this is not my creature. This is not my creature. This is my, I don't know, what's a warrior out there? Bushwhacker, my goblin bushwhacker. Now this is the goblin bushwhacker's creature. What does that have to do with Kavus? Anyway, they're ogre warriors, or is the one behind the Kavu? No, the name of this thing should be the Kavu, so this is the Kavu. And they sort of look like mini Shreks. This is a slave. A slave of a creature I already have in play. I'm not even allowed to make any decisions for this creature. It's under the command of my other creature in play. It's like a pet from the Neopets. Alright, well, anyway. Get it out of here! We got Call of the Bloodstaunch. Blue 2 generic 1/3. Insect Druid. And what the hell is going on here? I don't even know where, like, it looks like this druid has no head. I don't even know where the insect part comes from this. Spend only red mana on an opponent who control a white permanent. Okay. Oh, okay, player with a white permanent. You can spend my red mana. Destroy target player who had the flips. Oh my goodness. And so that coin flip deck, if you bought the heads, I win, tails, you lose, I mean, you're not going to like it when Call of the Bloodstaunch enters the battlefield. When Call of the Bloodstaunch attacks, create a 1/1 red and white spirit creature token with flying. Oh, is that right? So this is just like, I don't know, this is a metagame card for heads, I win, tails, you lose. Who has the flips? People who play with, like, Krark's Second Thumb, or whatever the hell that is. Ah, man, caught the flips. I'm assuming someone who flips coins. I mean, like, it's not, there's no other way I could interpret this damn thing. Destroy the morph player. I have no idea what, the morph player. Oh yeah, morph player flips stuff. Destroy, maybe that's what they mean. Destroy target player who had the flips. Did you flips something? You flips that morph creature, right? You flipsed it, then you got destroyed. Who had the flips? Yeah, judge! Did my opponent have the flips here? I'm gonna call a judge on this. I can do a kick flip. Does that mean the card can target me? I think it has to be in, I think it needs to be in play. Anyway. This card, I don't think it makes enough sense to print it. Circle of the Vanguard Spider. It's 2 generic mana for a 2/1 human wizard artifact in masterpiece form. With Inspired. You know how Inspired works? When a creature untaps, during the untap step, you get the ability. Whenever Circle of the Vanguard Spider becomes untapped, it knows how it works. It understands the mechanics. It's not making stuff up afterwards anymore. Okay, you may pay a green and 1 generic. If you do, Circle the Vanguard Spider deals 3 damage to any target. This is a pretty real card. It probably wouldn't, it's not even playable. I mean, someone might want to play with this thing. So you attack with it, and when it untaps, pay 2, deal 3 damage. I like it. It's a real card, in my opinion. Is that the Mind Stone? Animate Mind Stone. I don't know what the Mind Stone is. It's Zyber. Ship it. Mecha Tim. Is it wearing a hat? No. Or if it is, it's cut off by the art. We don't get to see the hat. The hell is this? Data time. Okay, we got the Centaur Drake. A blue 3 generic 2/2 dragon. Flying. Pay a blue. Untap it. Put a -1/-1 counter on Centaur Drake. Why? Why do I want to do that? It does not even have much toughness to live for. We got black, 1 generic tap. Search your library for a permanent card with mana value 2 or less. Put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle. Oh! It actually makes sense. So you could do this several times in 1 turn. So, and that, I don't know, it sounds dangerous. Black, tap. Black, 1 generic tap. We look for a permanent card with mana value 2 or less. Put it onto the battlefield. And then we could, if we have enough mana, we could do it again in 1 turn. So you can, like, search up a bunch of stuff. It seems a bit underwhelming, though. I mean, hey, it costs 5 mana. Activated ability is 3. Only can find mana value 2. And you still gotta pay another blue. So it's 7 mana total to tutor out 2 things on 1 turn. Yeah, it actually looks, I think it's fair. That's a lot of mana. Give the other card a mana dork ability and becomes infinite for shocks. Does it? Don't know. Oh, maybe you're talking about the last card. Stream strangely balanced. A lot of stuff is balanced. I like it, Zybers. Well, I don't know if it's Zybers, but it's doable. All right, it's a doable card. Chaos didn't ensue here today. Then we got Het Till Rider or On Creating. One or the other, I guess. White, white, green, X. For 3. +2. You may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a legendary red card. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. It danger. And then so far, the X doesn't even matter. So it's just a 3 mana, +2, discard something, slap the red card onto the battlefield. It could be anything, any red card. It could be Sliver Queen for all you know. And then -2, mill 4 cards, you gain life equal to any target. Mill 4 cards, you gain life to... That's weird. So anyone gets that life. I will choose myself mostly. Gain life equal to target player. Yeah, what is the target? You gain life equal to any... That part maybe don't make sense. Target yourself. I agree. I will target myself. Gideon with the hair/beard dye. Is that what you think it is? It's Gideon? I don't know. Are you gonna go get Gideon? Oh, it is. Oh, it is Gideon. It says Gideon down here. Gideon is back, people. Anyway, I think this card, danger. It's basically 3 mana. I don't even know what the worst red card you could put onto the battlefield is. You can all let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, absolutely. No! No! You're not allowed. Don't do it. Ew! Flesh. This is disgusting. Red, 1 generic. Well, I guess... Why did they call it flesh? They could just call it like butcher's meat or something like that. It's a 1/1 artifact. Pay 4, tap. Sacrifice flesh. Exile target card from a graveyard. That player may say, fleshes have been reached. Okay, what if they... What is this? The unset of the AI generated? It still learned the flip to attack this turn. It flips! This is the flip! Something's got the flips all of a sudden. Coming down with the flips. Hold on, okay, exile target card from a graveyard. That player may say fleshes have been reached. Are you gonna say fleshes have been reached? Is it? It still learned the flips to attack this turn. The river for metal that pieces, the smoke to bring a letter has wars. Anyway, it's a pretty stupid card. Down with the flipness. The flip is real. Fleshes have been the fleshes have been reached. That's when you exile target, so you can exile target card from a graveyard. Have the fleshes been reached? That's gonna be the new saying going forward for anything that gets exiled from the graveyard. Anyway, from outside, I don't know. And then if they say so, they got the flips. Rune of Truth. It's a green-red enchantment. Players can't become creatures with power 4 or greater. Finally! Finally a card that prevents players from becoming creatures and we can destroy them. How many times does the AI say you become a creature? It's finally making counter cards to some of the weird cards that they've made in the past. Well, it is true. Well, not really. Not in the world of the AI. We've gone through so many cards that are like, you become a 6/6 creature. And like, if you just get destroyed, I mean, that's it. It's game over. You get blown up, GG. Yeah, this does not flip. What was the thing? Fleshes have been reached. Fleshes have been... That's hard to remember. Anyway, this is a cool card. Pass. The Lost Mage. 10 out of 10, banger name. Love it. We have a white 3 generic, 2/1 human warlock with flying. Pay a snow 1 generic. Target permanent becomes blue instant creature cards in graveyards that are tapped and attacking. Wait, whoa. Target permanent becomes... Oh, it's a permanent that becomes an instant. instead of the other way around. I was trying to think how you could win with that instant card. So this don't make no sense. It's, do I have a good sound effect for this? No, I don't. Not even a wizard. Oh yeah, it's not, did it say wizard anyway? No, it's just human warlock. It went from 0 to 1,000. It also went back to 0. He is indeed lost. He's lost his sanity. It's true story. All right, moving on. Rage Revenge. I like that. That's also a great name. White, green, red, black for sorcery with madness. Madness of 3, so you're not getting a big discount. Target creature gets +6/+6 and gains trample until end of turn. Sure. I'm sure there's a lot. I don't even know if anyone would even play this. Do even commander players would care about this? Oh, I mean, I get, like, you get value if you had a discard outlet with, like, blood tokens or something, I guess. Yeah, very doable. I think it's kind of weak, but not bad. Well, I mean, depends on the deck. Hey, +6/+6, that's devastating in, like, one-on-one magic. All right, you have 20 life, and it goes, your life total goes down in one shot like that. Like 30% of your life total. Not very good. Problem is utilizing this card properly. It seems like an actual card. Maybe it's too close to an actual card. Maybe the AI got seeped into Wizards of the Coast databases. Empire of the Nether. Looks like some sort of goblin or zombie-ish thing that's ready to go boxing. Got his trousers on and everything. We got a red 3 generic instant. Return all Night Starker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Need to take a look at them Night Starker cards, but I think this passes. They just gotta print them, that's all. Yeah, the Night Starkers. Don't you know what a Night Starker is? It roams around at night. It's self-explanatory here. It's for the changeling decks. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I mean, that might be true, yeah. This is a changeling card. So you basically, I'm going to return all my Night Stalkers. What are Night Stalkers? It doesn't matter, because changelings don't care. It's every creature type that exists, including the Night Stalkers, and whatever else you can come up with your imagination. So yeah, we can ship it. Ship it for the changeling decks. Robber Waxseek Mirror. Blue-white, 1 generic, 1/2 creature. Is it now? Okay, and it's got... I have no idea what the hell this is. Red, 1 generic. Create a token that's a copy of Robber Waxseal Mirror. That's why it's called the mirror. It can look at itself in the eye. Okay, werewolf. Create a 2/1 red and green goblin shaman creature token with whenever Robber Waxwheel Mirror deals combat damage to a creature, create a token that's a copy of this creature that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Exile the token at the end of combat. Other creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is that card's mana value. How much deeper are we going with this? What are we creating a copy of the Robber Waxwheel Mirror? Because then when it enters the battlefield, it's going to create another copy of this damn thing. It almost makes actual sense. It's just, I just don't know how deep this goes. It's just going to make an almost infinite number of copies. Yeah, my head hurts. My head hurts comprehending this card. Goddess emerged of Vame Sword's name. If you don't ins. We're all just token copies. Who's the original? Would the real Robber Maxseek Mirror please stand up? Yeah, it's exact. That's what I want to call it. It's Tokenception. Tokenception. Isn't X 0? Where X is the card's mana value? No, the card's mana value is... I think they're talking about the original mana value, 3. Because I think they're talking about creating this... I could be wrong. Either way, just in case this card actually doesn't make any sense... To the gallows with it. To the gallows. Oh, this could be interesting. 4 tokens a turn. It could be more than that. Well, one of them gets sacked at end of combat. Anyway, we're gonna look at more crazy AI-generated cards, but we gotta thank our sponsors today, FusionGamingOnline.com, the place to get real cards and real value, real deals. Deal of the week this week, save 15% off all Urza block singles. Your Gilded Drakes, your Gaia's Cradles, your Yavimaya Hollows. Doesn't tap, that thing, does it tap for green? I can't remember. I think it taps for colorless, but it regenerates things. 15% off, that's what you support. If you can support the channel in many ways, but buying cards for them is another way. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. You think AI gets crazy? Take a look at them metagames these days. They're wild. The new cards getting printed into the format changes the decks up in the metagame. So what you can change with that metagame when you're renting the cards online with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or rent any deck you want, any format, using coupon code Nikachu_B3R for 10% off your first 2 months. Alright, back to ensuing chaos cards. We need P9S back. Oh, that's the old coupon code. That one's completely random. Black spawning. Yeah, that it does. Black 2 generic for a 2/2 skeleton warrior. For the skeleton squad out there, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a screwbold counter on black spawning. So we're gonna screw the black spawning. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 2 cards. Yeah! Okay, sure. I don't know what the screwbold counter is, or what it does, but it's all yours. Counter do nothing? Well, we just don't know. Maybe we'll explain this counter somewhere later in another card. Who said this? I almost want to see you try playing a game with some AI cards. That's too much work to set up. If you want to see AI-generated gameplay, though, go check out Card Market. They've done it many times. Hilarious to watch. Great videos. Highly recommended. We got Grola Hand of Tea. Oh, I thought they was flipping them off. So it's just the index finger. That'd be hilarious. Okay, we got a blue-green 4 loyalty Snake Warrior Planeswalker with flying. That's interesting. So when you have flying, you probably can only get attacked if your other creatures have flying. When Grola Hand of Tea enters the battlefield, each other creature you control gains Shroud until end of turn. Okay, not bad. And whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to player, if you control 20 or more snow permanents, you may draw a card. That is very fair. So it's a Planeswalker ability, no abilities, but some ETBs attached, and has flying, just trying to dodge the opponents from, trying to dodge the opponents. Then we just need 20 or more snow permanents, that's it. And then we can start drawing some cards. That sounds like a really long game of Commander for very little upside. Is his index finger longer than his other fingers? I have no idea, I think it's pretty stretched. Seems too fair. Simic Snow. Oh, it's too. Sometimes they make fair cards. Anyway. Super Pass. The Ring of Gather Shell. Nice art. Alright, blue 3 generic instant. Choose target creature. Search your library for a Bosk Core with the game. Put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Boom. Whoops. Get it out of here. The Boss Core with game. You got any game? I got game. Everyone says they have game. Well, Ring of Gather Shell's looking for you. And put you directly onto the battlefield. Alright, Rally Thane. A red 5 generic 3/3 illusion. This is an illusion. Rally Thane gets +1/+0 as long as you control a wolf or a W wife. So it's like a wolf wife. So you have a wolf or a wolf. I guess this is the wolf wife. Rally Thane can't be the target of aura spells unless you sacrifice an island, which I don't need to do. You control a wolf wife. I'm not a wife. I'm a W wife. I'm assuming, yeah, hot wolf in my opinion. Very hot. 10 out of 10. But holy, Rally Thane gets as long as you control. So this itself is not the wolf or wolf wife. It's an illusion. I don't get it though. Okay, so we just need get your wolf or wolf wife tribal out or typal, and it'll get the +1/+0. And you only need 1. Can't be the target of aura spells. That actually is not the greatest ability. Okay, like, I guess it, like, it passes. It's a really bad card, though. I would never play, I don't know if anyone would play this thing. Yeah, Wolf Waifu. I guess that's the way we gotta look at it. It's just an illusion. Don't get tricked. That's true. Just an illusion. It's a mirage. Okay, Pillar Chelling. Oh, lands. Pillar Chelling enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, add black and white. What? That's broken. We get add green, 3 generic. Move any number of opponents until your next. What? Okay, Bob, you're gonna move with Sarah. Sarah, you're moving with Alex. Alex, you're moving with Bob. Switch them around. I'm tired of this jerk on my right. I'm tired of this. I need everyone to move on the left. Yeah, ship for moving opponents. But this first ability is broken. It's a land that again, he enters the battlefield tapped. Who cares? This is Soul Ring. It's a colored Soul Ring on a land. It definitely alters turn order. And then you can alter it again. If you have enough mana, I guess, if you have enough mana, can you ever get to somebody's turn? You can't move yourself. That's the problem. You have to move only opponents. So, yeah, you could make it so it never is your turn again, but then you'd never have an untap step. Because, like, let's say someone across from you, it's their turn. And no, someone directly to your right, it's their turn. You then switch them around. You could like move them all the way to the front of rotation, and they never get a chance to attack you. Or no, that's not how it works. I'm not thinking about this properly. Yeah, mana danger. The first ability, absolutely not. Second ability is neat. Although that would be a hassle to actually execute in real time. That'd be just a disaster. We got, oh yeah, thank you very much, Nivelle. And then we also have Captain Carlos Ruiz. Holy moly, I made you an AI card stream. My favorites. Salutes Nikachu. Welcome, Captain. The Captain is in the house. Can you force opponents to move to another city? I don't think so. You can oh, that's how you do it. Dizzy Blizzy figured out. You can prevent one opponent from ever getting a turn. That's the key. And they will never invite you over again. Assuming that they're in control of the invite. Yeah, great uncard idea. I guess so. All right. We're going to... I have to disqualify this because this card's broken. The land part is too strong by itself. The mana. Gold Neem Snapper. We got black, 6 generic, 7/7 horror, flying. Melee wipe. Melee wipe? What the hell is that? You can get wiped! So it's a green, black 5 generic for me. And then whenever Gold Neem Snapper deals combat damage to a player, remove all +1/+1 counters from it. Well, I mean, it makes sense except for the melee wipe. I don't know what that ability is, so no! Melee wipe sounds like a cool mechanic though. Yeah, you're gonna get melee wiped! Wiped in one shot. Looks like the eyes are really close to the nostrils. That's very unusual. Can it swipe creatures? I don't know. Player better have a flat head for the counters. Goes good with Undying. Oh! But it doesn't have Undying. Whenever Gold Snapper deals combat damage, remove all counters from it. Just it. Doesn't itself have it. Anyway, okay. Not in love with that creature. Entity Architect. Blue, 1 generic. Look at that art! This is great. It's an instant. Clash with an opponent. If you win, take an ability of defending player. Not doable! You can't take abilities from the defending player, because they don't have them. They have no abilities. David says, maybe melee wipe is something like when this creature would destroy a creature, exile instead. Maybe. You get wiped from the face of the earth. That almost makes some sense. What abilities would you guys give yourselves? I have the ability to sit on my butt for like 9 hours straight. It's not a very useful ability, but I have it up my sleeve. You take it all you want. With great power comes great responsibility. All right, we have overloaded permanent. Oh, wait a minute. This is a rules thing. Overload on a permanent works the way you expect it to. The permanent does not remember the text change from target to each until it leaves the battlefield. If an effect or of a resolving spell or ability changes any characteristics of the permanent spell, the effect continues to apply to the permanent when the spell resolves. That's good to know. I Toodle. Green, red, 1 generic instant. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from your... Whoa. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Oh! I think this is broken. Storm players would absolutely love this thing. So you get... Oh, but you only look at the top 5 cards of your library. And then what? You don't even put them back in any order. You're just perpetually looking at these 5 cards. I'm assuming... No, oh, so you don't... No, yeah, so you just look at the top 5 cards in order. So, okay, this is actually sort of... Yeah, it's not even Scry 5. You just look at them. You're just literally looking at the top 5 cards. It's like you just know what's up. You know what's coming. Then you know. It's like vision. And that's the whole point of the big eye. The big eye knows. They know. And I can play this for free by playing an instant or sorcery spell. Okay, I actually take it back. This card is super fair. It's not completely useless. It's not completely useless. I wouldn't say it's completely useful. You can't actually do the alternate cost since that is part of the spell's resolution. You may reveal an... Oh yeah, that's true. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from your hand. Yeah, I think we're gonna counter. We're gonna give it a little bit of slack. Can you reveal this card as part of its casting cost? No, actually, because the last thing that you do when you put a spell on the stack is pay the cost. So you have to declare I Toodle as the card that you're gonna play. You have to declare targets, and then you have to pay the cost. So if the card is already on the stack, you can't reveal it as a card. But a great rules question. Also coming from Platonic Liquid, melee is a mechanic from Conspiracy that gives a creature +1/+1 for each opponent you attack that turn. No idea what melee wipe is though. You know, maybe you wipe all the counters from melee. They're wiping it off because that creature also removed all the counters from itself. No counters for anybody. It's a counter-free zone around here. Anyway, I think actually this is undoubtedly fair. I don't even know if this would see play. I don't know if anyone wants to play this card. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Get out of here. There are better cards that let you like switch and move it around. We got Stone Horg, a Urza Disciple land. Weird. Tap add a colorless or tap add Golgari colors. Stonehorg doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. That is a fair card. I want to say like some cards exist like this. So basically it's a land every other turn. Maybe it's broken though. No, maybe not. I don't know how to evaluate this because you would have such a big turn 1 or turn 2. And then, okay, so you take a turn off next turn, but like no big deal because you just put some bomb on the battlefield. Yeah, it's almost like... Okay, do you know what? I think you're right, Abzo. It's like the Fairy's Isle. Or... I don't want to call it storage lands. Because storage lands, you don't get that... You don't get it up front. You have to wait. You got to store, then you get your big turn. Here, you just get your big turn immediately. But you know what? Maybe this is a... But it's not even Teferi's Isle. Like, you immediately play this. You got to wait a turn with Teferi's Isle. Flips and Zyber. Print it for sure. And it's an Urza land. Be careful giving Urza anything. It could be a danger. This could be a very dangerous card. I mean, it's not Ancient Tomb, but I mean, damn, you still get like 2 mana. It's a mini storage land because you wait 2 turns. You don't wait anything. You immediately get this. You wait 2 turns to do it again. The turn 1, you have Stonehorg online. Better than Ancient Tomb? We don't take damage, but you can't use it again next turn. I would say. Captain Carlos says it danger. The captain. The captain is never wrong. Get it? I don't know. It's close. It's actually close. This would require playtesting. You know what it is? In Commander, it's fair. In one-on-one Magic, this is just stone broken. I would not. It'd probably get. I want to say it would get banned, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Primetime. Primetime could get worse. It's possible. Hold on, whoa. Stone Cold doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Oh yeah, okay, so it'll just remember. Hard to tell. Is Stone Horg broken, or is it fair? You'll all let me know. You'll give me your opinion. Azon of Grace, the green-red 4 generic 3/3 elemental mutant. At the beginning of your end step, put a kiss counter on target non-token creature an opponent controls. That is very, very interesting. You know, I tried to look up cards that kiss. There is no kissing in this game. I don't remember why I was looking this up, but there isn't a single card where 2 creatures or humans are kissing each other. The closest there is like someone kissing a statue, but there is no kissing in this game. This card's trying to bring kissing back. And besides, there are kissing counters in real life. It's the lipstick that's left on your cheek. Yeah, romance is dead in Magic. Really good art again. Oh yeah, the AI art. It's scary. It could put the artist out of business. Yeah, this is what the kiss counter looks like. Rodolfo's got it right. Let's change the no kissing in this game. Maybe they think one thing will lead to another. Oh, we're gonna got some kissing. Oh, maybe there's gonna be some more touching. Then it goes to cuddling. Then it's gonna be Netflix and chill. Am I right? Kiss of the anime. It's a kid's game, Nikachu. Well, that's what they say, but then it also says 13 plus on the packaging, and you go into a convention and it's 99% like mid 30-year-olds. Or I should say, like, people between the ages of like 18 and 45. Also says my analytics. 4 kiss counters gets you a kiss concert. Kiss counters for the next Battle Bond set. And with enough kiss counters, maybe, I don't know, you level up somewhere. And with enough kiss counters, you can level up to relationship status. I'm glad Ren found love in the end. Yeah, MTG and chill. Kids game, yeah, exactly. Kids game that has in some ways still have gambling. Have you ever felt the desire to buy some booster packs around there? This is non-consensual kiss counter though. This looks pretty consensual. At the beginning of your end step, put a kiss counter on target non-creature and opponent. Oh! Probably is non-consensual. Oh, a danger. But the card is at the beginning of your end step, put a kiss counter on target non-creature. I guess this card is fine though overall. This mechanically works. I just don't know what kiss counters do. Alright, we're moving on here to owned cards, moving zones. Oh, I don't want to read. I don't want to read rules today. Teferi Workshop Worm. What the hell? Green, 2 generic. And it says Ivor Vrim. It's a 4/4 human shaman with flying. Whenever Teferi Workshop Worm deals damage to a player, you may tap opponent. It's not the first time that we've tapped opponents on in the AI. And Teferi Workshop Worm gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Is that all? Damage to a player, I can tap my opponent. I guess if the opponent is a creature, which this game alludes to pretty often, then I guess you can tap the opponent. You tap him down. No attacking. Yeah, finally a fair Teferi. Oh yeah, he's a worm! He came in worm form. It's Teferi, a green human shaman now. With flying, weirdly enough. What is with this art? How did, like, the AI come up with this damn thing? Does the opponent lose a turn? Maybe. Yeah, I like being sideways. I like lying down on my side. Weird to get plus power after damage dealing. Yeah, it's it's a little unusual. Anyway, of course this card doesn't work. Tapping opponents, that don't make sense. Now, flipped opponents, that might be doable. That, and it might Zyber as well. Oh! This person has... in the yawning contest. We have Oath, Aoth, Emissary, black, X, sorcery. Destroy 2 target creatures. Okay. Not bad. 10 to 19. I think we're supposed to roll a die for this. Copy that card. And then Morbling, if you control black permanent player, tap Oath Emissary in the top card of your library in a random order. Chaos ensued. And it wasn't good. It's Morbling time. Get Morbling out. It's the only way you can put the top card of your library in a random order. If it's the top card of your library, how is it going to be randomly ordered? It's the top card. I know what it is. Would you like to cut my top card, if you don't mind? Shuffle my top card, please. When it's Morbling time, chaos ensues. What card is copied? Oh, God knows. Who knows? This guy's just as surprised at its text as we are. Yeah, 10 to 19. Copy that card. Was that like your age? I reveal I am 18 years of age. I can copy this card. It's like an advantage you get for being young in this game. But you're too young, you get no advantage because you don't even know what it means. Okay, we have Inquiral Herald, the red-blue 4 generic 4/2 dragon. When Inquiral Herald enters the battlefield, if green was spent to cast it, which you can do, put a +1/+1 counter on Inquiral Herald. All creatures enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control. Ooh. Ooh. Although, like, going... Probably you don't need the green part to get the second part. All creatures enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control. Now that's Zybers. Oh, some people say it's danger. Oh, because of token generators, maybe? So some people are like, so some people are like, this is great. And then some of you are like, this is terrible. All creatures, tokens included. Yeah, so like tokens would enter the battlefield as like Inquiral Herald or any other weird card that you enters the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control. So any other weird card that you have on the battlefield, including ETBs. That card has an ETB. Super danger, Phage baby. No, you would die. Don't you die to Phage? Yeah, it has to be something you control. Make 100 Storm Kiln Artists. I would... And what's interesting is that it's balanced, because this doesn't stack at all. So you can make a more Inquiral Heralds, but it doesn't matter. They're just 4/2 creatures that all have the same ability. When ones become Titans. Yes, it does. It applies to opponents, too. All creatures enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control. It does! So it can backfire on you. Big time backfire. What happens if your opponent copies this creature? They don't even need to. They just get the ability, and they could copy it, and then like everyone has an Inquiral Herald. Wild card. It's like Miram. I don't know how a Miram deck works. Sorry, everyone. And all of a sudden, you're gonna flip the table. Okay, so so now what do we think? Does it still danger if everyone gets the ability? You can't copy the Herald because it's legendary. Oh yeah, so you can copy it, but won't do anything, right? Yeah, you're kind of... I forgot, I didn't see the legendary part, which makes it a good commander. So you just copy something else. I mean, everyone else can copy an Inquiral Herald, but they only get one, and then that's it. Captain Carlos! They make all creatures that are copies of another creature gain a kiss counter, and then kiss. Now we're talking here. 6 mana, not danger. I think kinda abusable. Depends who chooses what to copy. Well, I mean, everyone's gonna choose the biggest thing there. 100,000 platinum angels, says C. Tromsky. 100,000. Gotta make sure we get all 100,000 of them in there. You can kill the first one, but you won't kill them all. Damn Man Pro King says, as soon as this hits the field, no new creatures can enter the field. Board state is frozen except for copies. Oh. No new creatures. So if this is the first... Well, then everyone... No. Everyone gets an Inquiral Herald. You at the very least get all creatures under the battlefield has a copy. Hold on, no. All creatures under the battlefield has a copy of a creature you control. Oh no, hold on. So I can't. No, sorry, I can't copy this card because it's not a creature I control. So effectively, we only get one creature, right? If we have one creature in play, that's it. And we have to just make, or whatever creatures we have in play, that's all that we can copy, effectively. And if everyone has their legendary creature out only, then like the board is stuck like that. Yeah, it's completely symmetrical. Yeah, you have only Inkwell Herald. You can't play creatures. Well, the same thing with everyone else. Well, if everyone has nothing, then the first card that they have, the first creature they put in play, that's all that they're gonna have. What a weird bizarre. I like it. Look at all this discussion we have around this card. It's Zybers. I think this card's Zybers, in my opinion. That's a cool card. Harvest the Sands. Why? That is... Man, we are running out of things to farm around here. Alright, sorcery. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If this spell was kicked, which it doesn't have a kicker cost for, that creature gets an additional 6/6 and has Underhume. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, enter the battlefield under your control this turn, put a blight counter on Harvest the Sands, and untap it. Chaos ensued, big time. Not doable at all. Alright, we have Sea War. I'm hoping big things for Sea War. Black, blue, one generic for an enchantment. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token. It has, when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. That is weird. How do you return a token? The token just, like, disappears. Well, I've known it that. I guess it technically hits the graveyard, but I thought it just evaporates immediately after that. Whatever, I guess you have infinite tokens. They're just basically indestructible. Then we have the ability, green for generic, sacrifice Sea War, exile target cleric, rogue, wizard, landwalk. Permanent? It might as well be anything. The rest of these things are redundant. Or creature cards from your graveyard. Creature cards from our graveyard. The flesh has been revealed. What was it called? The flesh is enough. Damn it. What is that card? The flesh. Oh, I'm never gonna remember this. It's so hard to remember. Oh, it's gone. I don't know what this card is anymore. Someone out there knows. Something gets exiled from the graveyard. The flesh has been reached. There we go. The flesh has been reached. If we can exile stuff from the graveyard, creatures specifically, then shuffle your library. Exile target cleric, rogue, wizard. It's all ors. It's just funny. Like permanent is one of them. So basically, 5 mana, blow something up, or we can exile or creature cards from your graveyard. What does that mean, creature cards? Like any number of them? If we can exile enough creature cards, the fleshes have been reached. It works on almost anything. Well, like, what does it not work on? It hits permanents. Like, what's a non-permanent? Like, and it hits the graveyard. Then shuffle your library. Shuffle with shuffle. Hey, not no reason. Maybe you stack something good on top. Anyway, it barely works, but I mean it works. It's like a card, so like big deal. It's a pretty weird card, but it works. Coral of the Preyant. It's a land. Coral of the Preyant enters the battlefield tapped. Tap out of black or blue. Okay, that's fine. And then it's got, for Golgari colors, Coral of the Preyant becomes a 3/3 red arcane creature with flying until end of turn. It must be blocked this turn if able. Pretty cool card. Pretty cool. Little but like 2 mana, turn this thing into. It's essentially a 2-color treetop village. That's what this is. You spend 2 mana for a 3/3. Oh no, it has flying. That's even it's a Delver practically. Oh my goodness. This is This is a little bit above and beyond more fair than I thought it was. It's actually really strong. We'd actually see play in probably some sort of... And we need Sultai. Sultai needs some help. I don't think Sultai has enough good cards for it to go splash that green in, but Coral of the Pride might be it. Swiftfoot Swine. What is this? The king of the pigs from Angry Birds? We got blue, 1 generic instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Look at me. I got +1/+1 until end of turn. Boys and girls, I'm the king. I am as Swiftfoot as it gets. Very proud of himself. Okay, Fiend Hunt. A blue instant. Counter target snow spell unless its controller pays 3. Pretty fair. Oh yeah, the pig had the hat. There you go. The hat check. Does it hat? And it hat big time. This is just Mystical Dispute for, like, snow spells. Which is fair. It's, yeah, print it. You hate Ice Fang Quaddle? Well, now there's the answer. Well, that's it for Coffee and MTG today. I hope you loved another great day of AI-generated cards. And if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you very much for all the support as people who contribute as patrons on Patreon, members on YouTube, and also donate to be part of the show in Super Chats. But most importantly, we've got to thank everyone who shows up in the morning like Toads, Emil Hafiz. We've got Feelong. Oh, Captain Carlos, again with another Super Chat at the end. Oh no, the farewell music. We love you, Nikachu, but I'll be back. I'll be back for as long as you guys keep coming back. We got Rodolfo, Zanzi, Shadow, Nidira, Drago Jessica, to be specific, Mark Zilla, Sum 124C, Platonic Liquid, Steve Cooper, the Master of Hats, Jacob Thune, Dizzy Blizzy, Tommy Sidians, Variant, Alan. We got them all here because without all you guys, I'd have no show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.